Wonder what that was. I'll tell you what that was. It was a high-tech computer algorithm placing and canceling dozens and even hundreds of buy and sell orders. Imagine zooming in on that 275 millisecond spike so that it fills the entire screen. If you could do that, then you'd see all kinds of detail that just wasn't there before. That's what a high-tech trader sees, or rather what his computer sees. Some algorithms exploit tiny differences in bid and ask quotes and execution prices. Reported quotes are in pennies, but trades might be executed at prices out to 6 decimal places. No human is going to waste time worrying about 1/10,000th of a cent. Computers, though, are happy to exploit these tiny differentials. These powerful computers and the brilliant minds behind them can make a lot of money for big institutional traders. A fraction of a cent multiplied by billions of shares begins to add up. So how do you keep up with the folks who operate computers like that? The answer, I'm afraid, is you can't. Now, you could take that bit of news as extremely discouraging. It's easy to think of picking stocks like trying to beat Tiger Woods at golf in his prime. You don't have his natural ability, and you haven't put in the countless hours of practice year after year after year. You could never win, so why bother to play? But millions of people do play golf, and for reasons I've never quite understood, they even seem to enjoy it. They're playing golf for different reasons than the ones that motivated Tiger Woods. And you know what? For these millions of golfers, that's just fine. I treat investing the same way that these millions of people treat golf. I know I'm not going to beat the best of the best. They're going to beat me, along with millions of other investors, out of a penny or so every once in a while. But I'm not going to let that keep me from investing, because there's still plenty of money to be made doing it. I'll just focus on keeping my investment program on the fairway and out of the water hazards. That works just fine for me and for millions of other investors. In this course, I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll explore what stock really is, how it's bought and sold, and common mistakes that investors make. I'll help you learn to think about stocks in ways that will let you better understand the things you see and hear about the stock market. We'll develop the foundation that will equip you to get into the market yourself, to evaluate new opportunities, and to keep learning in this huge and changing investment landscape. Let's begin by taking a look at how not to invest. Here's some valuable advice that you may not be expecting. Don't waste your time and money trying to beat the market. Did I really just say that? Yes, I did. Did you know that only about a quarter of all stock funds managed by professional money managers beat the average market return during any given time period? It's true. Year after year, most professional money managers aren't able to match the market return. Perhaps even more surprising, the guys who beat the market in one year usually aren't the ones who beat it in the next year. It almost seems as if beating the market is just luck. There's a good reason that even professional money managers have trouble beating the market. It's called competition. Thousands and thousands of investors are bidding to buy and sell stocks. If prices get too high, then those sellers push them back down. If prices get too low, then buyers push them back up. That means that stock prices are usually very close to being fair, and that means that it's really hard to pick the stocks that will be winners. Professor Burton Malkiel of Princeton University studied the returns of 358 stock funds from 1970 through 2012. The first thing he learned was that 266 of them, or almost 3/4 of them, were no longer in business. Malkiel says he's confident that the 266 funds that didn't survive did even worse than the survivors. And that makes sense. Bad funds should go out of business eventually. That leaves 92 surviving funds.